Hello student, I Satish Pandey. Today we shall discuss about the sampling and non-sampling error. So as you can see here, sampling and non-sampling error. These errors are the errors while collecting data. When you collect the data, you are supposed to be careful about collection of data. If you are not careful, you may commit errors. These errors, when you go for questionnaire and you left some question unfilled, that is error. Or you can make a miscalculation, that is error. So there are lots of types of error you can commit while collecting data. Broadly, they can be categorized in two. One is sampling error, another is non-sampling error. So the sampling error is the error which occurs due to insufficient sample taken from the universe, or there may be other reasons. There are some degree of sampling errors always occurs in sampling. So it is an error which is the difference between the sample estimates and actual value of a data. For example, if you calculated the average weight of a class of 25 students, and then after you got suppose you have calculated the average weight of 25 students and you got 40 kg as a average weight. Now if you have 40 kg you have got. If you have now taken sample from these 25 students, out of these 25 students you have taken only 5 students. Randomly you can take the random sample or non-random sample, it doesn't matter. Suppose you have taken random sample every 5th roll number, so 5th, then 10th, then 15th. So 5 students you have taken and you asked their weight and divided it, and you have got a weight of 39.5 kg. So it may possible that the five students you have chosen for sample, and some of them may be the lighter weight, that's why your average is now less. But the difference between them, if you subtract this is actual because you have taken all the 20 students and then after asked their weight and divided with the 25 students, and this is the weight of 5 students only selected randomly and divided with the 5, and you got this. So if you subtract it, you will get 0.5 kg. Writing with mouse is very difficult. Okay, 0.5 kg. So 0.5 kg, the difference between the actual value, this is actual value, and this is estimated value. Estimated because we have taken only 5 estimates. So actual value and estimated value difference between them is 5 kg, and that is sampling error. So sampling error is the difference between sample estimate and the actual value of data. Okay, let us see here. Let us see the further. Here it is given that it is the error that occurs when you make an observation from the sample taken from the population. So whenever you take a sample from population, this error is bound to occur. There are very less chances that you get the same answer. Then if you get the same answer from your sample also and total population also, then the sampling error will be 0, because the difference between them is 0. So difference between actual value of the parameter of population and its estimates is sampling error. It is possible to reduce sampling error by taking larger sample. If you take larger sample, suppose you have taken 5 students, so it may take more error. If you take 10 students, less error. 20 students, only 5 is remain, then lesser error. All the 25, the same number, you will get actual value. So here is one example given here. Consider a case of income of 5 farmers in Manipur. The variable X is the farmer's income. So has measures now. Measurement is 500, 550, 600, 650 and 700. We note that the population average of 5 is 600. Now there are 5 farmers, only 5 farmers. It is total number of farmers, so it is population. We have to take sample because the population is very small, only 5, so we can take 2 or 3. So 2 individuals are taken as a sample, and sample is taken to first, this is 500 and 600 randomly. These 2 are taken as a sample, so 500 and 600. Then after we add both of them and divide with the 2, because number of this 2, to get the average of sample. This is the average of total population and this is the average of sample. So average of sample is 550 while the average of total is 600. If you want to estimate sampling error, so the sampling error here is 600 true value and minus 550 estimated value equal to 50. So 50 is the sampling error. So sampling error can be estimated by subtracting actual value minus estimated value. Okay, let us see now the non-sampling errors. This is interesting because sampling error you cannot remove. If you take the sample, error are bound to commit. You can reduce sampling error by increasing the size of sample. If the size of sample is large, sampling error is chances of sampling error is lower. So non-sampling error are more serious because sampling error are because of the sample, not because of your own mistakes. But non-sampling error are because of the mistake of investigator or enumerators. If you are not carefully collecting the data, then you are bound to commit non-sampling error. And sampling error can be minimized by larger sample, but in non-sampling error cannot be minimized, because even by taking larger sample, many senses are having a non-sampling error, which is difficult to remove. These errors are errors in data acquisition. When you go in the market and collect the data, that data is acquired by you. So are you collecting it properly or not? There may be incorrect responses. So suppose in mailing method you send the mail questionnaire, and many people respond incorrectly because you are not there and the response is incorrect. So what will happen? There is an error. Here is one again. Suppose teacher asks the student to measure the length of teacher's table in the classroom. The measurement by the student may differ. The difference may occur due to the differences in measuring tape. They may have the tape, different types of measuring tapes made by the different company, which may have errors of not centimeter but in millimeter, because these are made in company and not by the expert. This is not the scientific measurement tape which you use in your physics lab. It is normal tape. There may be some student because of the carelessness they not measure properly. That will be another mistake. So suppose another example is, suppose we want to take the prices of oranges data. We want to know that what are the average price of the market, or know the price. So if you visit a shop in Ramnagar Chowk, you get asked the price. Some student visit the shop in Ramnagar Chowk, and some student visit the orange shop in Lanka, and some visit in Ramnagar and Lanka and some Mughal Sarai. So will they get the same price of orange? We know that the prices vary from shop to shop. Even in Ramnagar, if you go further after 4 or 5 kilometer, you will get the different price, or even in same market sometime you get the different price. So they will provide you the different data of the price of orange on the same day and date, and prices also vary according to the quality. Some some have fixed shop who keep their prices low. Some have bargaining shop who keep their prices higher. So when you ask, they will provide you the higher prices. So in this way, the prices collected by the different students are not resembling the real price of the orange. There may be slightly inflated price or lower price. And if you use to collect the average price from that, then average price will also have some error. And recording mistakes are there. While recording, you can commit mistakes. When sometime I said that to write 15, so some student write 50. I write 17. The student writes 70. Because of the listening differences, the data may vary. Similarly, if I said 13, you are trying to write 1 3 13, but you have written 3 1 by absence mind. So this committed an error in data collection. So this is called recording mistakes. So there are many types of mistakes in non-sampling error. In sampling error, only one type of mistake you know already that, but in non-sampling error, many type of mistake: carelessness, recording mistake, differences in value in the markets, or differences of measurement. If the measurement is different, that is called measurement mistake error. Due to carelessness, there are errors. So there are many errors due to different reasons. And you can see here, I just highlight it. Measurement error is there. There is carelessness, and there are recording mistakes. So these are the different types of different factors which make error in sampling, and there are many more. These are the some of the examples. And another one is also there, that is non-response error. If response is not there, then what will you do? If you have sent 100 questionnaire, and in return through the mailing questionnaire in mail method through the post office, and in return you get only 25 30, most of the questionnaire are not returned by the person because of uninterest, or even get 75, then you don't get 25. So it is non-response error. Someone have not responded to some question. There is a list of 15 questions in questionnaire, but answered only 12 questions. You unable to contact the person. That is also a mistake. If you are unable to contact person, you will not get the data of some person. Maybe not all person, but some of the persons you will not get the data. That is the non-sampling error, non-response, and that data is not representative. Next one is sampling bias. Sampling bias are due to the prejudice of the person who are collecting sample. If you belong to the particular caste or particular religion, and you are biased towards your own religion or caste, then you will see that the data you collect will be biased also, and that created errors. So these are the different types of error which we have studied in collection of data, like sampling bias, non-response error, recording mistakes, carelessness, measurement. These are the non-sampling errors. While data acquisition, while we collect the data, we get this type of error, and there are sampling error also, which we have discussed earlier. So if you do it carefully, if collection is done carefully, with proper planning, with proper questionnaire, we can reduce sampling error and non-sampling error also. In non-sampling error, sampling error, we have to increase size of sample to reduce sampling error. In non-sampling error, we can do proper care. We should not be careless. While recording data, they should not be absent-minded. And we should not be biased towards our religion, our caste, creed, gender. We should not be stereotyped. Our mind should be free like a global citizen. Then we can remove the sampling bias which causes error in sampling. We can reduce non-response error also by making more effort to contact the person, each and every contact, to convince them to fill all the questions, to convince them to return all the questionnaires, and in this way we always chase them. Then only non-response error can be solved. Not solved, but reduce. We can reduce it to some extent. Sampling bias can be reduced. So these are the errors we can avoid, or we have to live with error. That's why it is said that the statistical results are not 100% accurate. It may be 99%, 99.5% accurate. Not unlike mathematics, it is not 100% accurate. There may be some errors of sampling error or non-sampling error. If non-sampling errors are occurs in both, in total, if you take total population also, in that also, if you take sample also, in that also non-sampling error may occur. But the sampling error occurs only in sample study, not in population study. Okay.